Welcome everyone, what's good? Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you choosing to spend a bit of time with me again. As promised today I was going to show you a few new effects, and I'm going to be talking to you about my time as a magician at the world famous Harrods. Hi Frankie, this is something that we've done before, both for you. Hopefully you haven't worked it out yet, but it was on one of my videos that didn't get too many views and I really like the trick, so I'm hoping now more people might see it. Could you take a card out for me, please? Show it as the camera, don't show me. You got one?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Don't forget the card. In fact, don't forget, because you're going to find your own card.
Okay.
Okay, it's easier than it sounds, honestly. I'm going to go through the cards. I'll do it quite slow. Touch the back of any 4 cards you like. That one? Mm-hmm. 1, 2. And 1 more. That's 4 cards. You could have chosen any of them.
Yep.
I need to find out what any of these are your cards. Ace of Hearts.
Nope.
Joker.
Nope.
3 of Spades.
Nope.
Ace of Diamonds.
No.
Good cards. Now look, I'll tell you what, I'll show you something different as you fail to find your card. My 4 card trick, you see. So if I've got 4 cards, I get rid of a card. How many cards do I have?
4.
4? See, because you've seen it before. Get rid of another card. How many cards have we got?
3.
4. So if I've got 4 cards, I get rid of a card. How many cards have I got?
3.
4 cards. Do you see how it works? If I get rid of another card, how many cards do I have? 1. What was your card? Is it the Queen of Clubs by any chance?
It was, yeah.
Oh my god! Where on earth would that go? So I worked at Harrods, I can't even really remember what years off the top of my head. I probably should have done a bit more research, but I was there a few years back. Be honest with you, it completely changes the way you can perform. When you're performing to literally maybe 500-600 people every 4 or 5 hours, it completely changes how you perform in your normal situations. So for me to then go and do a performance to a wedding or something like that, I'll be honest, the confidence I gained, you can't get any better than that. One of my favourite stories, I had a young lad that came up and used to come and speak to me basically every day, maybe every other day for about a month. Really young guy. Used to come, and it was clearly with two minders of his, and he used to come up and watch the magic, and he bought basically everything at Marvin's Magic, which was a company that I used to work for. He bought all of their tricks, and he used to come up and show me the tricks he had bought the day before. He'd perform to me the next day. Really cute little guy. And it wasn't, you know, I didn't really, the penny never dropped with me or anything like that. And one day he went, "Oh, I'm going." And I was a little bit sad. I got to really like this little kid because I'd know it about 2 o'clock every day when I was working. In he'd walk, and he'd be showing me some of the magic that we sell, which is always quite nice. What happened was when he left, his minders, these 2 ladies, came up to me and thanked me for my time. And he actually turned out to be a prince in Abu Dhabi. Young little guy, and it was basically a sort of a informal invite to go and perform over sort of where he's from. Unfortunately, I never took him up on it. I do wonder sometimes how my life would have changed if I had taken him up on the offer. Things could have been completely different, but I'm glad where I am now. You know, I'm humble, and that's one of my favourite little stories. I can't remember the guy's name, but to that little prince out there, thank you very much. I hope you still love your magic. Thank you for brightening my time when I was there. I always hark on about gambling demonstrations and loving all the sort of crooked gambling techniques. So I thought I'd actually show you a proper routine involving a lot of real gambling techniques. Usually as a joker, as a cut card. If anyone plays cards, they'll know about cut cards where people chuck them into the deck. But first of all, what I'm going to do is give the deck a bit of a mix and a shuffle. And Frank, can you confirm that the cards are actually getting shuffled up? Yeah. I've got no fancy that's better. So try and get it so every They look pretty, don't they?
Yeah.
Now the idea would be to follow good cards in the deck. I'm going to use the... Oh. That's a little bit higher maybe. Going there, should be able to find. One higher, one lower. You miss. And again, for the joker here. Let's go in. Find another race. One higher, one lower again. We miss. Now the next one. One cut. 15 cards. Another joker. Another ace. And one high, one lower. We would have missed. Now, have you got a free hand? Would you mind helping me out? What I want you to do, wherever you want, I want you to cut off part of the deck, and what I'll do, I'll leave the joker where you do. Right here. So we'll do the same as we did for me. Missed. It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
No.
See, but do it like that. Magic! With a bit of gambling as well. So I was there performing what's known as the dynamic coins, which magicians might know it. It's basically you get these little caps and you can make coins jump from one side of a table to the other, and you can do some crazy stuff and kind of have them vanish, appear, change to different sort of currency or different coins. Really cool little effect, really easy to learn, hence why we sold it. So I was there in my little corner in Harrods, if anyone knows it, on the 4th floor. I used to be up there sort of getting the crowds and all that all together. And I got Dom Jolly from Trigger Happy TV. This was one of my favourite guys I performed to. I was lucky enough to perform whilst at Harrods to a few people. I met the Gallagher brothers, not together, different times. Victoria and David Beckham in the store while I was performing, and probably a lot more. A lot of wrestlers as well. We used to have a lot of WWE guys coming and do sort of signings and things like that. So we used to get to meet a lot of them guys, which is absolutely awesome. But Dom Jolly comes up. And in my head, all I had was the hello. If you know his stuff from back in, I think it was like the sort of late 90s, maybe early noughties. Trigger Happy TV. So his character walked in, instantly recognisable to me because I used to love that show. On his phone, of all things, he literally walked up. He saw what I was doing, which one I used to perform with lights from anywhere, as they were called, which we as magicians actually know as D-lights. Where you could pass light sources through your head and everything like that. He came up and he bought one of them, watched me for about a second, picked it up, put his hand up and walked off. I don't know who got it, but I really do hope that he either enjoyed it or who he bought it for enjoyed it. But if he ever ends up watching this, I doubt he remembers me, but I certainly remember you. So Don Shirley, thank you very much for the laughs. So, as well as my camera lady for a lot of my stuff, Frankie is also my amazing fiance, my future wife, who I love very much. And she's seen me basically from, I think, was it our first, Hope agrees, from our first date. I did a trick for you, didn't I? Do you remember? Was it first date or maybe second date? And I hadn't done magic for a while. I was really nervous about doing it, but I did it for you. And I think, what was your thoughts when I said to you I was a magician?
I thought you were going to be shit.
Was I?
No.
Was I completely different to what you expected?
Yes.
So I say bonus, and that's what, 2 years ago? Nearly. No. How long have we been together? How long have we been in lockdown?
I remember.
How long have we been in lockdown?
Years.
So I thought I'd recreate the trick again. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Do you want to take a card out for me? Do you remember the card you picked the first time? Do you remember?
No.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Do you remember it?
Yep.
Okay, we'll have the card. Look back. About centre. Now, do you remember what I did? I gave myself 4 chances to find the card. I did the same thing this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cards. Now, the first card is going to tell me the colour of your card, hopefully. The second tells me the value. Third, the suit. The last card, hopefully, will be your card. Now, if I'm getting it right, like I said, don't let me know, because ego swells, the head swells up and I lose more hair. That's what actually happened to it. Watch. First card tells me it should be a black card. We're very poker face this time. 7. Spade. Now, if I was getting it right, it'd be a 7 of spades. You can speak now.
Yes.
Oh, is it? Now, I also told you I like all the gambling stuff, didn't I? And that's why I remember I did that. I gave him a little wiggle, 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 wiggle. We got the 1, 2. Yeah. 4 asses. So do you think if I didn't do that trick for you, do you not think we'd be here? Do you think it helped?
Yes.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, there you go, guys. Don't ever give up. She's stunning. Punching. Yeah, but so that's a little story about one of mine and my future wife's first dates. Another favourite customer of mine from Harrods back in the day. There was a chap, and I can't remember, but I remember him at the time, and he was on Britain's Got Talent, which coincidentally I'm going to be doing next year, guys. If you didn't know, I'm going to be trying my luck at wowing some judges. All I'm going to do is take my style of magic and hopefully make it play really, really big. Not by being loud and shouty, but by bringing everyone in. But this dude come up to me and he literally cleared out our shelves of magic tricks, because that was what he was going back to do the next year. So he bought all of these old Marvin's magic tricks, and I don't know how he got on. I don't think I see him the next year, but he was a really cool guy, really, really happy. So so to that dude, yeah, I mean, there were some real characters, as you can imagine, working somewhere like that. So many people every day. Even the owner, Marvin Burger, if anyone does know him or knows of him, the son of David Burger, he's a bit of a character himself. But yeah, I've made some good friendships through working there. I don't regret working there one bit. It taught me a lot about performance. It taught me a lot about keeping a crowd. And if you haven't been there, if you're a magician, go there and just watch them and respect what they do for magic, because these guys are the real guys that are out there actually doing this. When everyone says about doing it every day, these guys are out there doing it time and time and time again. You think you've done the SpongeBob's, try and be a magician for Marvin's Magic at either Hamley's or Harrods. You know, I did it for a year and I was exhausted. It made me hate magic in the end. So if you can do it and come out the other side, you're a better man than me. I get asked as a magician what sort of exercise do I do. Obviously not much physical, but what I do is things like this. I cut into certain amounts of cards, so like 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, result. You give it a go. Just try and cut 10 straight down to there.
Really?
Yeah. Looks a bit light. Try give it another go. That one looks lighter still. Go on, give it another go. I'm trying to be fair here for you. I'm just trying to help you out a little bit. I don't know if you're noticing this. I'll tell you what, one last go. You should be getting the hang of it now. Cut straight onto the table. So it should be, what, 10, 20, how many cards should be here? 12?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's impressing me, because that's never happened before. What's more impressive is when I asked you to cut to the 10s, is look, you got the 10, 10, 10, and the 10. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I'm afraid that is it for today's video. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the content, like the video. I will be teaching a trick that I taught which I showed in the video before. I didn't get much response from it. I'm not just going to put out tricks for nothing. Until you guys start responding and commenting and liking the videos, I'm not going to be teaching any free magic, I'm afraid. But thank you again for joining me. The next video I'm going to do, I'm going to be reviewing a couple of decks and hopefully a few effects. So join me next time, guys. Like I said, hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. See you next time. Peace and love. I just wanted to share a very strange experience. One of the effects I did in tonight's video where the tens are cut and there's 12 cards left, and it's apparent as I'm talking it's as if you're cutting 10 cards at a time, but then it's showing that you cut to the tens. That's the first time that's ever happened, that there's 12 cards left. The effect isn't meant to go like that. It was a really surreal experience. I've just got back into a magician that I used to really love called Eugene Burger, and I only today found out that he passed away 3 years ago. And last night I revisited one of his effects and it worked almost too perfectly, and I had a really strange sort of chill feeling through my body, and I didn't know at that time that he passed away. And I'm not saying that I believe in spirits or anything like that, but I just wanted to share a really strange experience. Sort of for me, I think you can probably see it in my face. I'm more shocked that there's 12 cards left. It isn't meant to work like that. It isn't meant to work that perfect. So it's just one of the things. If it is all true, the old afterlife and that, I think that might have been Mr. Burger just looking down and giving me a little nod and saying he appreciates me continuing on his magic. So just wanted to share that, guys. It's, yeah, a little bit of a strange experience.